going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I have an absolutely hilarious video for you guys. Blame Truth went ahead and put out a video about a few days ago, which just absolutely exposed everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody in the Call of Duty, and I'll be honest, even in the Xdefiant community as well. But guys, before we go ahead and dive deep into all of this good stuff here, if you guys do enjoy what you hear today in today's video, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. We do indeed post here daily at 8 in the morning Eastern time, mostly Xdefiant, but of course, when Call of Duty stuff comes out, especially Black Ops 6, I might go ahead and discuss it as well. I try to dabble between both of the games here in the franchises, and we are actually creeping to 48,000 subscribers extraordinarily fast. Shoot, I'm just going to say, let's try to hit that 50K, man. We are absolutely flying out here. And the Xdefiant community is showing so much freaking love. Like, honestly, this community is just outstanding. I love the people in this community. You guys are great, fantastic. We're all very open-minded about the game. It's great. It's awesome to be able to post more positive content and also negative content, criticism without everybody absolutely exploding for, looking at the game in two different lights. It's great being able to critique everything without people saying, oh, you can only like this game or oh, you can only hate it. Forget all that nonsense. You guys have been absolutely destroying it. So, of course, if you guys want more of this stuff, subscribe and hit that bell. And just very quickly, if you guys want to check out my live stream, I do that over on Twitch as well. I'll be live today around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. You guys can find a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. All right, so Blame Truth the other day, well, like I said, a few days ago, put out a video with a title basically claiming that Xdefiant has skill-based matchmaking in it. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you something. The amount of people that got exposed up in that comment section is absolutely mind-boggling. Because clearly, if you watch the video, which a lot of people on YouTube don't, I don't know why this is such a common problem on YouTube, but for some reason, I guess it's like, the TikTok brain or whatever it is, man, I don't know. But people cannot have an attention span longer than like, maybe a minute to 2 minutes. People just don't watch the content. I don't get it. It's not everybody, obviously, because I guarantee, the analytics behind the scenes show that, a lot of content like this will at least get half viewership, like people will watch it halfway through or a little bit over halfway. But a massive majority of people out there will only watch like 30 seconds and then instantly dip and leave a full-fledged out opinion somehow, someway, with no knowledge of what the video is even about. But they can sure as hell get, like a 5-paragraph essay out for you about something in the video. I don't know how it's possible. But, a lot of people didn't even bother listening to the video, but it was a joke, it was just, it was all fun and games. But the amount of people who are actually saying, yes, indeed, skill-based matchmaking is an Xdefiant. I'm sweating so dang hard in this game, it's absolutely mind-boggling. Guys, please stop exposing yourselves. There's no skill-based matchmaking, an Xdefiant, and this is literally how games have always been since the beginning of time. A variety in gameplay. Sometimes you sweat, sometimes you don't. But guess what? There's no algorithm behind the scenes determining if you're going to be, going to win or if you're going to lose. It's actually mind-boggling how fast I find games in Xdefiant compared to Call of Duty. I can sit in matchmaking for 4 to 5 minutes sitting here waiting for them to match me with people that they think are, worthy competition and making sure everything's balanced out. But in Xdefiant, it just throws you in. I literally get into games in less than 3 seconds. And that is not, I repeat, that is not an over-exaggeration. That is facts. The matchmaking is superb in this game. But for anyone who thinks otherwise and, thinks that there is skill-based matchmaking, the same matchmaking that is in Call of Duty, if you really think that that is in Xdefiant, I have a hard pill for you to go ahead and swallow, man. Look, back in the day, you got a variety of experiences, and the same thing goes for current date. Yes, you get B-hoppers in Xdefiant. Yes, you get people who are really good with movement in Xdefiant. But even as you can see in this gameplay right here, I'm getting plenty of opponents who aren't bunny hopping whatsoever. Who are just using basic strafe, maneuvers. That's it. To claim, and I see it all the time, to claim that every single game is an absolute sweat fest, it can't be true. It can't be true. Because, like I said, I see nothing but pure, utter variety. I get levels all the way up from, 100 down to level 1s. Okay, legit level 1s who have no clue what's going on in the experience, not Smurf accounts. Okay, I get people who are flying around the map, abusing every movement, mechanic in the game, and I'm also getting people who don't even know how to use the left analog stick. Okay, if I'm getting these lobbies, I can't imagine anybody else isn't getting these lobbies. And if the matchmaking is in this game with the stats that I have, nothing crazy. I think my win-loss is a 2.8. My KD is a 1.6. My skill rating is 3,600. And score per minute is I think 700. So, decently stat. But like I said, stats like that, still, I'm going to be sweating in Call of Duty. You best freaking believe it. Every game you could possibly imagine. So if the matchmaking is in this game, if I'm getting lobbies like this, there should be no reason at all for anyone else to be getting lobbies like this too, okay? There's no matchmaking in the game. I'm sorry to say it, but you gotta drop. I feel like it might be an ego problem. Everybody wants to be the best for some strange reason. Even when they claim they don't want to be the best, for some reason, they still want to be the best. They want to win. They want to get a bunch of kills. They want to go on streaks. Everybody wants to do it. And when someone outplays them, it makes them salty. But you have two options, ladies and gentlemen. You literally only have two options and nothing else. You either improve or you ignore it and move on with your day. Now, if you are a real casual, you will ignore it and move on with your day just like everybody else did back in the day when you had people bunny hopping and Black Ops 2 and drop shotting and flying around the map with stocks. If you didn't want to deal with that, guess what? There's a back out button. And there's no skill-based matchmaking. Well, there is in OG COD, but it's nothing like today, right? It's a completely different system. So you can technically say, yeah, basically it's no skill-based matchmaking. So you back out, you re-queue, and guess what? The algorithm isn't trying to determine who's your best opponents. You could just get thrown into another random match, and you keep doing that, and you keep doing it, and you keep doing it until eventually, yes, you do get a casual game. That's what real casuals do. If you're sitting here complaining about it, and you're trying to fight back, and you're getting salty with it, you are, I'm sorry to say, but you're probably not a casual. You want to become a better player. So you have to accept that. Now you're put into two categories. You're either going to be the player who complains about it, but wants to improve, and they try to, or you're going to be the player who complains about it and blames everything in the universe for them losing. Like I said, no skill-based matchmaking is in the game. You are either going to be a casual and vibe and move on to a different experience until you find a casual game, or you're going to play it and want to learn the movement tech, and you want to learn different mechanics, and you want to improve. But because there's no skill-based matchmaking, you don't have to worry about versing sweatlords all day long. You can still get a variety of experiences, and that is extraordinarily important. But I want to say one last thing as well, because I think it's insane. Everybody who always claims that it's so hard, it's so freaking hard to get better at games, it's not. It's literally not. I know people with full families packed with 2, 3+ kids, a bunch of jobs, and they hop on for 30 minutes a day, and they can still probably drop, freaking nukes and chopper gunners and AC-130s. It's not hard. I don't know where people are getting this from. Yes, it does take a little bit of practice, but to consider this like something, it's a video game. To consider this like it's actual physical work, it's extraordinarily hard to improve at. It's like it's going to take like a doctor's level of a degree to actually, no, just practice a little bit. Look at what the better players are doing. Try it yourself. It takes no effort. So stop with that nonsense. It doesn't take, having to game for 50 hours a day to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of people with 2 jobs, fams, tons of stuff to do, completely busy, who can still put up good numbers. It's quite literally not impossible. You can still do it yourself, I promise you. But again, if you don't want to do it yourself, that's fine. It's nothing wrong with that. But don't blame, any of the other players who do want to go on streaks and, actually streak up in the game. And don't blame the game for, forcing in skill-based matchmaking, because they didn't. This is your typical experience from back in the day. You have pure variety laid out in front of you. Okay? Every time you back out, you're not going to be forced into another sweat lobby. You might get one, but you're not forced. One of the best things about this game right now for me personally is the fact that when I hop into solo, the matchmaking prioritizes your party. So yes, even though I get a sprinkle of, maybe a 5-man or a 6-man party here or there, it's still pure upright variety in every single match, and they try to hyper-focus straight-up solos in your game. Maybe some duos or maybe a trio will trickle in, but mostly it's just solos. And like I said, yes, it doesn't happen every game, but that's where the variety kicks in, okay? It's not like the skill-based matchmaking where it tries to force you into those lobbies every game you play. It's intentionally trying. It's not like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, you got 2 options. Actually, 3 options. Like I said, you either improve and you enjoy the mechanics, you don't enjoy the mechanics, and that's okay with you. You just, you keep moving on to different lobbies until you find a lobby where it's more casual. Or the middle option, you don't really, you don't enjoy what's going on, but you want to improve and get to that point. So pick one. Pick one that you want to do, or just simply stop playing Xdefiant. That's all I can really tell you. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 morning Eastern time. And if you guys want to check out any more of my content, I do stream pretty much daily over on Twitch. You guys can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.